All right, perfect.
Yo, it's good to YouTube. CB2 Breezy here. I'm not even gonna do the whole spiel, man. I'm not. I'm mad. Alright, I'm too pissed off to do my full intro. I hope my camera's right. Look, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. I just woke up. I wanted to make this video last night. It was too late when I saw the news, so I didn't want to record because I saw this news at like 2 a.m. or something. And the anger that I had reading this news, I already knew I had to wait until the next day. I already said some stuff on Twitter, by the way. Follow my Twitter at CB2Breezy, please. I like to tweet a lot, so I would appreciate if y'all would tweet with me. But anyway, WWE2K25 has just gotten some major news thanks to somebody by the name of Hip Hop Gamer. So basically, last night I see that this man was at some gaming event. I don't know what it was. He got a bunch of news, and he also got WWE2K25 news. Now, I already reacted to this news, and honestly, I don't even want to watch it again. I have to show you guys though, because there's people who didn't see it, and I don't want to make you go through all the trouble of going on Twitter yourself. So we're gonna react to it again. I'm probably gonna get pissed off even more again.
Yo, what's up? You rocking with the GOAT of the game, Hip Hop Gamer, Hot 97 to 660, GGL, Global Gaming League, baby. Now look, WWE 2K25.
I just want to say I love how he does this. WWE! I love how he does that. He has a lot of energy. But we're just going to get straight into the news because I don't want this video to drag on a long time because I don't even want to talk about this that much. That's how much I'm pissed off from this whole situation that they're putting us through right now.
Breaking news. Now you remember I did an strong conversation.
So 2K that didn't.
I just want to show this though. He had an interview with Brian Williams from Visual Concepts. So he literally interviewed a developer of 2K from the last time he played the game, trying to talk about 2K25. So that's how reliable he is. And like I said, he went to this whole gaming event. You can go on his Twitter profile and see it.
Here's what I gotta tell y'all. I got a lot of friends in wrestling, and CES was amazing. To confirm and tell y'all that WWE 2K25 has officially took a page out of NBA 2K's playbook. What do I mean? What I'm talking about is WWE 2K25 will have a universe. When I mean a universe, I mean a real universe you can walk around in and play in. Yes, you see how NBA 2K has the neighborhood? And like how NBA 2K has my city and everything like that. You can walk around and meet up with people like the whole life of an NBA player. Yes, that is coming to WWE 2K25.
Let's talk about why this is a terrible idea. Everyone that's played 2K24 knows the biggest problem with the WWE 2K series is the freaking servers. At least NBA 2K, a game that gets played by basically like half the world, they have great servers. But WWE 2K has the worst servers ever. Every single time I've tried to have an online match in the entirety of WWE 2K24's lifespan, I've had to deal with a connection has been interrupted, the error has occurred, the freaking, like, it's terrible, man. If you try to have an online match with your friends, don't go over the WWE 2K server time limit, because as soon as you go a second over that time limit, an error has occurred. You're basically rushed to finish your matches, because if you try to put on a good match, it's just gonna crash eventually because you took too long. It's terrible. Sometimes there's days where the WWE 2K servers are actually good and we can actually get through all of our matches. But most of the time, an error has occurred, bro. It's annoying. If you try to have an online match against just random people, like you go into the lobby section, don't even bother, bro. You got people who are trying to use their custom superstars, and by the way, you can't use any of your custom superstars online. The servers can't handle that as well. You won't even load into the match. It's just gonna infinite load. So you got people trying to use their customs, so they're already breaking the game. Nobody loads into the match. It crashes beforehand. And even if nobody uses a custom, every time you go to the lobby section, literally, I can only see elimination chamber matches. Do you people not want to do any other type of match? Why is it only elimination chamber matches? But anyway, so on top of the fact that people are only doing multi-man matches, which strains the servers more and gives you more of a chance of not completing the match. By the way, I've never completed an online elimination chamber match either. And don't even get me started on my faction. Freaking the my faction mode servers were broken badly at a point. I don't know how they are now. I know that, of course, 2K only fixed the servers for their microtransaction mode, but yeah, I remember my faction servers were so bad that you literally would crash in the first 30 seconds of your match every single time to no fail. So at that point, I literally stopped playing my faction. I lost my love for playing my faction. I actually liked it. I tried to play it this year. I said I was going to grind my faction this year. And then the servers were just so bad. I could never get into an online match. I got sick of playing offline because it was so easy. Except for, like, you know, the bullshit live events that they put you up against. But I mainly wanted to play online, but the servers sucked. And when they fixed the servers, I already didn't care. And I already didn't want to play. And on top of that, y'all be some sweats on my faction online. So I couldn't even play it. I tried to fight as best as I could, but most of the time, my cards were just too underpowered. And, you know, I just sucked compared to whoever I was facing because they were like some WWE2K veteran god. I'm a universe mode player, so, you know, I'm going to suck in online. I tried to, you know, do my best, but sometimes I just can't. It's like I'm facing Roman Reigns every single time I hop in an online match, bro. I'm never going to win. So, you know, I don't want to babble about the servers for too long, but you get the point. The WWE2K servers are already shit. So why do they think that the servers would be able to handle NBA 2K like city? Y'all better have optimized this game to a T. I'm gonna be playing WWE2K25 on PC this year because, you know, I finally have a PC that can run WWE2K on it. So, you know, I've been playing WWE2K on my Xbox Series S for a while. And again, nobody asked for an NBA 2K like city. I'm assuming that this city's for the my career mode, which, and again, because this is bad, because this is probably going to open microtransactions to the my career mode. If we're gonna get this city, does that mean that we're gonna have to like pay to put up certain attributes with VC? And so like, I hope we're not moving over to the NBA 2K like system. There's a reason I stopped playing NBA 2K. The My Career is the worst grindy, scummy microtransaction mode that they have. I stopped playing NBA 2K entirely. And I hope that V2K doesn't move in this direction, because if so, no one's going to be playing the My Career. So I'm hoping that, first of all, I don't want to set my expectations high. Voice crack, that was terrible. I don't want to set my expectations high for this game at all. All right. The past WWE2Ks, yes, we've been improving graphically a little bit, and the gameplay has always been improving, yes. But there is so many other things that need to be loved, like universe mode. Like, can we talk about how the community has been begging for a universe mode to just get touched for year after year after year, and it just becomes the same thing? Can we talk about how universe mode, they like improved upon it and then they just took out all the improvements? Why? What, to favor the My GM mode that nobody plays? And I really hope that My GM and universe mode just get integrated together. We don't need My GM as a separate mode anymore. I'm gonna be completely honest. Just merge them, man. Put the draft in universe mode. I'm pretty sure I tackled this in my issues and expectations video on my other channel, because this is like before I made this Yap channel. But bro, you can just integrate My GM and universe mode, give us that draft, you know, give us the option to have a more advanced universe mode, which basically turns into My GM, or just the simple version that we have now. Bring promos back, integrate, create a story with universe mode so that you can actually flesh out your storylines. Like, there's so many things. Bring promos back. There's so many things that they can do to make universe mode better, but every year we continue to get the same thing. Superstar shakeup. like universe mode has just been the same thing. Oh, and let me talk about universe mode even more. How about we fix universe mode? If you anybody who's done universe mode, can we talk about how mid-match rivalry scenes barely work? Every time I try to do a mid-match distraction on universe mode for my rivalries, it's literally a 30% chance my mid-match rivalry cutscene will actually occur. It barely does. And even then, post-match ones are broken. Like, really the only universe mode cutscenes that actually work are the pre-match ones. But most of the time, the mid-match ones barely work and the post-match ones barely work. So, like, we gotta fix the rivalry cutscenes. We have to make rivalries be more interesting. We can't just have single and tag. We need multi-man rivalries because it's happened before. Like, oh my god, bro, there's so much. I can make a whole video about how universe mode needs to get more love, and I probably will when 2K25 comes out and we get the same exact universe mode. The reason that this city pisses me off so much is because it makes me think that they put all their energy and resources into making this huge NBA 2K like city when the servers need help, universe mode needs help. Like, you see how frustrated I am. Like, I really love the WWE2K games. It's like the main game I play because I'm a huge WWE fan, bro. WWE2K is really all I got for a sports game. Every other sports game in the market has gotten greedy with microtransactions and they've ruined the overall fun experience of the game. Like, I still only, like, I bought NBA 2K. It's the last year I bought NBA 2K because I know I made some videos on it, so y'all probably gonna be like, oh, you talking about NBA 2K, but you still buy it every year. This is my last year buying NBA 2K. I'm being so dead ass. I'm not buying it. And I hope I don't have to say the same thing for WWE2K because honestly, you know, most of the time y'all just be keeping the gameplay the same anyway. So if 2K25 doesn't really innovate on gameplay, I might as well just stick with this one from now on if they don't fix anything. He also said in the video, intergender matches are going to be debuting finally. And honestly, that is great. All right, intergender matches is something that we've been requesting for a long time. And we're finally getting it. So thank you WWE2K for giving us intergender matches. That's the one thing that you guys have done right in this announcement so far from Hip Hop Gamer. Now, he gave us the usual graphics is better, gameplay is even smoother. Now, I have to play this part for you guys to believe it because I don't think you'd believe it if it came out of my own mouth. I want you guys to hear what our showcase is going to be.
Yeah, WWE2K25 is aiming to be the best. And now that we have a whole universe to run around in and play in, just like the NBA 2K, My City, My Neighborhood introduction, this is going to be a WWE you will never forget.
We still have to see the city. Look, I don't like when people get their expectations too high for these WWE2K games, all right? I fell for it every year. 2K24 was honestly the last year that I've fallen for this, all right? The screenshots can be beautiful, you know, but I need to see entrance videos before I can judge the graphics. And I need to see how the city's going to play before I can judge the city. Yes, on paper, this is sounding like the best WWE2K yet. But it's about the execution, all right? We can't keep getting fooled by them giving us all these, like, bells and whistles in the trailers and saying all these great big words before the game releases. And then the game releases and we're just left with disappointment because we set our expectations so high from all these great things that were being told to us and shown to us. And then it just falls flat. So, yeah. All right. Now, let's get into what I want to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for the Bloodline. You talk about a showcase? Get ready for the Bloodline showcase. And this one is going to be very different from the other ones because they bring in everybody.
I don't know what they mean by they bring in everybody. If that means that we're going to get, if we're actually getting Jacob, Tama, Tongaloa, if we're actually getting all of those, I hope that's what he meant by they're bringing everyone. But that's the last thing to cover from this tweet. He's telling us that we're getting a Bloodline showcase mode. Now, in the comments, and just right now, do you want a Bloodline showcase?
No! No.
Why are we getting a Bloodline showcase? I already frowned upon, like, when I thought about it, because I knew that Roman was going to be the cover star of the new game. So I was like, hold on. We can't get a Roman Reigns showcase because half of his opponents aren't in play with WWE anymore. And they probably can't even put them in the game. Half of his, like, big matches, you know? And if we got a Tribal Chief showcase, I think it's the same way. You know, that Bryan Danielson versus Edge match is one of the biggest matches in that Tribal Chief storyline. And then you got the Brock Lesnar matches, which, if they were to include them, Brock Lesnar wouldn't be playable in the game again like they had with this year's showcase. And I don't even think they'd add Brock Lesnar in this year's game, to be honest. I think they might just do it since they just snuck him in but didn't make him a playable character because they wanted to see the reaction, you know? But, I don't know how to feel about a Bloodline showcase because what are we really getting from that? You know, when the Bloodline, like, because if we're talking about we're getting from the Tribal Chief beginning, like, we're getting that Bloodline from Quarantine to now, we're not really getting a lot in terms of a showcase, especially because it's so recent. We all already know everything that's happened for the Bloodline. So getting a showcase for something that we've all lived through and we've all, like, you know, it's not very interesting to go back on. It's like, now I understand Roman Reigns is on the cover, you know, giving him a Bloodline showcase, that's for Roman. And I understand. And honestly, I won't be that mad because I don't really care about showcase mode anyway. I really just do it to get, you know, all the special arenas and stuff. But when you think about it, we're not really going to get many innovative arenas for this showcase. We're really just getting old graphics packages for PLE. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about a Bloodline showcase. Really, I'm just disappointed because we're not getting anything old. Like, when you think about it, the showcase modes are supposed to showcase old WWE. Like, showcase legends that we never got to experience. Give us arenas that are really great that people really want to, like, you know, like the communities wanted these arenas. So make a showcase that will get us, like, these arenas, these old championships, you know, these old, like, legends, like dream matches and all. Like, that's what showcase is meant to be. Something to look back on a historic legendary past. You could do a Roman Reigns Bloodline showcase in like 5 or 10 years, but right now, this is not the time for a Bloodline showcase. I don't think so. And now that actually brings me to one last topic I want to talk about, the roster. Now, as we all know, from 2024 to now, the WWE roster has had some amazing signings, amazing debuts. Like, a lot of greatness has been happening in the past year. My thing about this, though, is how much of that are we going to get? We all saw what happened this year with the DLCs. It was disappointing, to say the least. We had only 2 great packs, and that was the Global Superstars pack, and I don't even remember what the other pack. I think it was the one that gave us the Dudley Boys and some others. Oh yeah, and CM Punk. The thing is, every single time we get to the next WWE2K release, so much has already drastically changed in the company that the game is already outdated on release. And I hate that. You wanna know why I hate it? And why it will always, like, make me mad? It's because every other sports game puts in an effort to keep everything up to date, except for WWE2K. The only thing that we got was last year's WrestleMania 40 arena getting added into the game, even though it was kind of late. Like, we had to wait a little bit after WrestleMania to get the arena in it. And I'm pretty sure they told us we would get the arena at least a week after Mania. But yeah, there isn't an effort in WWE2K to try and keep everything up to date. They basically get everything that they need to get in the game, you know, from the points from their deadline. And then after that, you just got to deal with what we have in the game, and we have to just create everything ourselves. And I honestly don't like the mentality that we have a community creations, so we don't really have to, you know, do all the up-to-date stuff because you guys do it yourselves. You know, there's modding support for PC, and there's community creations on console, so just go download the latest arenas if you want all. It's like, you guys have the power to get all the updated moving graphics. Like, when we do the updated stuff, we have images, just one plain image. You guys can get the moving graphics, all the updated nameplates and all that. You have the power to get all of these things, and yet you still just give us whatever you had and you don't update at all. Like, you know, when the era changes and we go into a new era, because that's usually what happens. Every time a WWE2K game drops, we enter a new era in WWE. So Raw and SmackDown get complete new makeovers, you know, all that. Why do you guys not just update? You can like add a whole new arena into the game, keep the one that you already had, so you don't have to like scrap that and just update it to the latest one, because you know it's basically like a classic arena now. So just keep it in the game, add the new arenas, new graphics and all that into the game. Now look, I'm not a developer, I don't know how this works, so I understand, you know, maybe it's just not in their control, but I feel like if you guys were able to do it with WrestleMania, so I feel like you guys can do it, you're just choosing not to. And I understand it's most likely because of the yearly release date that they have to confide to, you know. I understand they have to make WWE2K yearly, so once they finish up with the previous game, they're just moving on to the next. The thing is, NBA 2K is also a yearly release, and they still update the uniforms, the courts, all that gets updated as the season goes on. But we don't get that with WWE 2K. Is that not like, why is the community not asking for that more? I feel like that's something we should be asking for, live updates. Now obviously I don't want to go to the extent of making it so much more work and saying, yeah, every time a wrestler comes out with a new attire, you guys got to get all those new clothes in the game too. No, that's what community creations is for the gear, for the superstars and stuff like that. But for arenas and graphic packages, I feel like that's something that you guys can put in the game. And take your time. You did it with WrestleMania, so you might as well just take your time with the new arenas. Like, you know, we got Royal Rumble coming up, right? So the Royal Rumble happened. And the thing is, they already had the WrestleMania arena being planned to be put into the game before WrestleMania's stage got announced. So I feel like WWE's already giving them the blueprint for the arena. So you guys can probably just get the plans ahead of time and start working on it into the game, so that it doesn't, you know, get delayed for a while after the PLE to get the arena. But I don't know, maybe I'm just delusional thinking that we could get live updates in this game. I don't know. So I think I'm done now. I think I'm done ranting about this. So I just want to leave a little message to any WWE2K developer that sees this video. I don't want to be too hateful or anything. Like, at the end of the day, I'm voicing my opinion. I want my voice to be heard because I want these games to be better. I may have said that this will be my last WWE2K if it's not up to my expectations, but honestly, if it's still a great 2K and I know that improvements are, like, if I can see in this game that you guys are putting in an effort, I'm still gonna buy the next game at the end of the day. But, you know, I'm still going to let my opinion be heard because I still want these games to be better. I want us to be on par with the other sports games because I think we can do that. WWE2K25, my expectations are the same as usual, but honestly, I have to set them a little higher now that they're adding this city into the game. So my expectations are going to be high for this game because since you guys are confident enough to put a city into the game, I'm assuming that the servers are going to be able to handle whatever is thrown at WWE2K this year. Now, on day one, I'm not expecting the best game. And that's another thing. I'm just going to add this in really quick. I honestly think it's very disgusting that gaming has been reduced as the years go on to the point that on day one, we are at the point of expecting the games to be bad on day one because, you know, game developers have decided since we can update the game, whatever happens on day one, we'll just fix it as time goes on and eventually make the game playable. I don't like that one bit. You know, back in the day, y'all were making games to make sure that on day one, we would get the best experience. And now it's just like on day one, we're getting whatever we get and the game becomes more playable as time goes on. I don't like that. But on day one, I'm not expecting a lot from the server. But after a month or two, if the servers aren't able to handle WWE2K25, a conversation needs to be had. And that's it. So my final message to the community. I understand you guys want to set your expectations high, but please make your expectations reasonable, all right? We've all played 2K24. We all know what we could possibly expect, all right? Don't set your expectations too high, but we gotta set a bar, and we need to make sure that this bar is leaped over, all right? That's all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more yapping. Leave a comment down below letting me know what your expectations are for WWE2K25. Let me know what you guys want to see added into WWE2K25. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you on the next video, man. Peace.